Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Mike B, and today we're going to be doing the long-awaited and asked-for Vietnam camouflage test video. So what I've done is I've just put on a super lightweight loadout. The rucksack doesn't have a lot of stuff on it or in it. I just have the basic M1956 loadout, like the basic with one canteen. I know you'd usually have more. You get one bandolier, usually you have two, depending on what you were doing and what your unit SOP was, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to show you what a soldier in Vietnam, a U.S. soldier in Vietnam, would have kind of looked like out in vegetation and stuff with the solid olive drab uniform and equipment. So I'm going to have the sleeves rolled up for this because it is pretty humid up here. I think it's about to actually rain. Not as humid as Vietnam, obviously, but I'm going to have the sleeves rolled up because most pictures that I see when the guys are out in the bush, they've got their sleeves rolled up. So kind of factor that in, you know, white skin, even though I'm whiter than most of those guys would have been. It's still, you know, something that you can see, but just take a look at the rest of the uniform and look at how that blends in. So I've got mostly original stuff on. The helmet cover is a repro, but it's correct actually. It was pretty surprising. It's a brand new color, so it would kind of show you what a new helmet cover would look like, the Mitchell pattern blending into this stuff. We got the original jungle boots on, repro pants, and an original jungle fatigue top. So yeah, and I'm gonna be carrying a rifle too, the XM16E1, and just kind of showing you how it would have looked. So here we go, guys. everybody. So I'm thoroughly drenched both in sweat and water from crossing the stream. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I had my sleeves rolled up, but again, 99% of the people I see in videos and pictures that are actually out on patrol and stuff have their sleeves rolled up. So you get what you get. And I noticed that the uniform and the equipment is actually not too bad compared to nowadays stuff with nylon and stuff mixed into there. Cotton's a lot more breathable and comfortable to wear in hot temperatures. Right now it's oddly muggy up here in Wisconsin. Still not going to be as muggy as Vietnam or anything like that, but I'm still sweating. I'm not really doing much and I'm sweating up a storm. It's actually just starting to rain now, so it's a good time to be doing the outro. Anyway, so if you just overlook the arms, which I know they didn't do in real life, but it seemed in the couple videos that I reviewed that it actually works pretty well, just the solid olive drab. Now the problem is when it gets wet, it gets darker. It gets to be like more of an olive. This is actually olive green, so it actually gets to be like an olive drab, which is a really darker color like the World War II helmet shells were. And I noticed that it gets a little bit darker and it contrasts more with the vegetation. Now, that being said, this is vegetation in northern Wisconsin. This is not Vietnam. The vegetation color is probably way different there. And I can imagine that it probably blended in well. And I did this video because A, it's been requested a lot, B, I'm curious, and C, even though we have color footage of Vietnam, it's not shot in high definition. So I decided to shoot this in 1080p to give you an idea of what it would have actually looked like to the human eye in Vietnam. Now, in the videos that I saw, this Mitchell pattern worked very well as a helmet cover, and it does a great job at concealing it. It blends in well. The color scheme and the shapes, the pattern itself is actually pretty effective. That's pretty cool. The rest of the stuff blends in fairly well. It's all olive green, olive drab. The M16 tended to stick out a little bit because it was black and black's not a natural color unless there's a burned area. Black is a shadow color. It doesn't actually exist in nature unless I said it's burned or it's a shadow. So I did get bit about 10,000 times by mosquitoes as well, which is funny. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. I tried to do the best that I could. Got soaking wet, got pretty sweaty. I'm gonna have to go and drink about a gallon of water to replenish the sweat out of my fat ass, but hey, it's fun. Yeah, I know you guys have been waiting a long time. It's finally summer up here in Wisconsin. Last time I did the camouflage test video, it was a little bit more snowy, so that was kind of a fun video. But yeah, this would have been the average uniform of the U.S. soldier and U.S. Marine, besides the equipment, but the jungle fatigues and the M16 or rifle and then the Mitchell pattern helmet cover would have been the general uniform of the infantrymen for both the Army and the Marine Corps from 1965 until the end of the war. I don't think anybody else has done this. Brent0331, if you're watching this, which you do watch a lot of my videos, again, I'm not trying to copy you, you know that. Like, I didn't even know your channel existed when I first started this, and you probably didn't know mine existed when you first started yours too. He did one, if you go check out Brent's channel, I'll put a link in the description. He did one that was kind of a cool video that was kind of wasn't really like a camouflage test, but yeah, you showed me at Brent, you know what I'm talking about. And they were an ERDL, and that seemed to perform pretty well. So eventually maybe I'll get a set of Repro ERDL patterns in size extra fat, and I'll be able to do a test video with the same gear and everything, but with the ERDL green and brown dominant. But wishful thinking, they stopped making those. Anyway, I'll stop rambling so you can get back to your day. I appreciate you watching. If you like this and you like the other videos on my channel, make sure you consider supporting the channel on Patreon or any other way in the description. Make sure to follow me on BitChute. I'll be posting this up on there. If you're on BitChute watching this, disregard that. You're cool already. And yeah, that's all I've got. I'm gonna go dry off, cool off, grab some water, and go edit this video.